start. Hi everyone, thank you for joining us, our Kazakhstan American Corners program. In honor of Cybersecurity Month, today we're gonna talk about cyber awareness with our brilliant guest from company KPMG. Sorry, my name is Saltmat and I'm a coordinator of American Corner in Nur-Sultan. So today's meeting speaker are Esentai and Amir Sadiev. They are information security consultants. Please, I give a microphone for you.
Okay, hello guys, hello everybody. Today we're gonna talk about the cyber awareness, about the leading threats of that exist in the internet overall, and mostly your main speaker is gonna be Amir. So let me share my screen and we can start.
Sure.
We prepared a little presentation for you, small.
Thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's clear.
Amir?
Okay. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining KPMG's presentation of cyber awareness to American Corners. At the end of the presentation, Dana will actually be leading a little Kahoot game to sort of gauge your understanding of the presentation. It'll be like 8 questions or something, and you can basically see who scores the highest. All right, let's start. Okay, so this first slide basically says, if you connected, protected. This is all about vulnerability. Basically, it's saying that if you can, log on to the internet, you're basically a victim or a possible victim the moment you're actually on the internet. So it says here something like, there will be 41 billion Internet of Things devices by 2027, which is up from 33 billion in 2019. It says, 75% of the infected devices in Internet of Things attacks are routers. And just for basic knowledge, routers are basically a small thing that helps data move amongst computer networks. And I guess that makes the most sense to hack, because it basically has all the information flowing through the routers and through all the computers in the network. Devices are targeted, by special exploits in the first 24 hours. Like I said, I mean, as soon as you're plugged into the internet, you are a potential victim. All right, the importance of cybersecurity. Basically, why is it important to not be ignorant? There's a lot of problems that could arise from not being I guess properly prepared. A lot of people can mistreat you and use your trust on the internet. Some of the risks could be identity theft. People could steal your identity, your information, your pictures without you knowing. Monetary theft. They could find your crypto wallet and steal your cryptocurrency. They could find your credit card information. Legal ramifications. I guess you could get in trouble with your company in case in the case that you let's see, share a file that your company marks as confidential. That could get you in a hot seat at your company. And sanction or terminations if policies are not followed. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess some penalties again if you share something. Actually, over the weekend, I was at my cousin's house and she was talking about, she was a victim of, I think it was like, they stole her credit card number information, and someone in Barcelona ordered Glovo for like 8,000 tenge or something. It wasn't a lot, but she didn't like the feeling of actually someone knowing her private information. So yeah, we can move on to the next slide. All right, leading threats. So we'll be talking about basically these, these main threats. These are viruses, worms, Trojan horses, social engineering, and phishing. All right, the first one, viruses. How do I minimize this? Sorry, one second. There we go. Viruses. Viruses are basically something that attaches itself to a program, a file, or a disk. And when it starts running, it can actively repeat itself or sort of replicate itself onto your computer. Some of the symptoms of a computer virus are slow computer performance. You know, if you feel like your computer is really lagging behind, erratic computer behavior, if it like starts closing down your programs without you actually clicking the close button, unexplained data loss. That's basically if you can't find files that used to be in a certain area. Frequent computer crashes. Say just all of a sudden everything turns off and freezes and then just shuts, your computer shuts off. Some possible ways to prevent or recover a virus from a virus attack would be doing a system restore. Don't trust unreliable websites. Don't click on unreliable links or anything that you see as potentially suspicious. Make sure that you have some kind of backup system. So like say you save all your photos on like a hard disk, something that's maybe in the cloud or in a hard disk, because you could lose a lot of information and sensitive and just personal things like photos, family photos and stuff like that. So you can also reinstall the operating system, that's right. And you can use basically antivirus software. And yeah, but I think the most important thing is don't click on unnecessary links. All right, worms. Worms are independent programs that don't need a carrier file to replicate itself and send and then, so I guess once it starts its troubles, it'll send copies from one computer to another across the network. And some of the symptoms are basically the same as the virus. It's slow computer performance, missing or modified files, appearance of strange or unintended desktop files. So something I guess you didn't install, but now you see that's on your desktop, some kind of program. Programs opening and running automatically. Yeah, that's kind of, that'd be a little bit creepy. And how to recover from worm attack. Keep your computer operating system and software up to date. Basically, when you get a notification that it's time to update your computer, don't be lazy. At the end of the workday, go ahead and update your computer. Avoid opening emails that you don't recognize or expect. Yeah, this one's a big one. Again, if you're not expecting an email or an email seems suspicious, for instance, it says, "Hey, you win $1 million" or something. Don't click on it. Just delete it. Put it in the spam box. Usually, people who need to find you will find you. Refrain from opening attachments or clicking on links from untrusted, unfamiliar sources. Same thing. If you look at the email address, for instance, if KPMG were to send you an email, make sure that it actually says kpmg.com or .kz or .us. Sometimes, hackers, might send you an email that says kpm, .g, and it looks very similar to the official email, I guess, address. But, just be vigilant and make sure you know what you're clicking on and who's sending it. Dana, can we go to the next one? Yeah, thanks. Trojan horses. Trojan horses are very dangerous horses. They're disguised as harmless programs while quietly destroying or damaging your computer system. What are some of the symptoms? The computer starts working on its own. It again, just like viruses and worms, it starts getting slow and sluggish, lethargic. Some desktop pop-ups start popping up without you clicking on anything. Some browser pop-ups. Applications are not starting properly or not at all. How to prevent or recover from worm attacks. So again, don't download or install software from a source you don't trust completely. Never open an attachment or run a program sent to you in an email from someone you don't know. Keep all software on your computer up to date with the latest patches. So basically, updates. and make sure a Trojan antivirus is installed and running on your computer, which most antivirus programs already have. Social engineering. So this is the most popular way, I think. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong one. But yeah, basically, social engineering makes up of baiting, scareware, and pretexting, and phishing. These are sort of ways to pull information out of people simply by, letting the other person think that they're someone trusted. For instance, baiting is a false promise to pique a victim's greed or curiosity. Same thing, like I said earlier. If someone promises you like some money or says something like, hey, you won some, prize, can you please enter your credit card information? Be a little vigilant. Don't trust everyone that's writing from you on the internet. That's probably baiting, and that's sort of, they use your greed against you and your curiosity. So always be a little bit skeptic. Scareware. Victims try to bombard you with some false alarms or fictitious threats. Yeah, they could basically blackmail you and say, hey, if you don't, share us your, I don't know, email address or whatever, we'll report you to the authorities, or we'll install a virus on your computer, or, basically, threatening to harm you or your computer somehow. Pretexting. Pretexting is an attacker that who obtains information through a series of cleverly crafted lies. So this one's similar to the other ones, but I think pretexting is a little bit too similar to phishing. So I'll just move on to phishing. And Dana, do you want to talk about pretexting?
Pretexting is basically the same thing as the biting and the scareware. It doesn't have any specific way of attacking you. It's just either lies or the false information being like sent to you and blackmailing you. So, yes, let's go on to the phishing. It's the most popular social engineering attack. Is the most uh, um, based on our experience, most of our clients basically meets phishing in their daily day life. So I think it should be interesting and helpful for you to talk about it right now.
Oh, can we go back to the last slide real quick? Sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about how to recover from social engineering attacks. Yeah, same thing. Don't open an email or attachments from suspicious sources. And something called multi-factor authentication. Basically, if you want to protect your email even more, you can, log in dual factor authentication. You can receive a code on your phone, which then you put onto your email. It sends you a new code each time you want to log into your email, and that really helps whenever you have multi-factor authentication. Or like they say, enter your password, and I guess use your fingerprint or like some other biometric gauge to sort of let you use that device. And just overall, use your common sense, be wary, and keep your software up to date. Now we can go to the next one. Yeah, the most popular one.
The very important thing is using the multi-factor authentication is that you don't share your password, whatever you receive, to other people. So for example, if it says like, okay, we send the password to your phone, so don't share that code, just ignore it if it's not you who sent it, or put it if it's you who needs that password. So phishing.
Yeah, definitely keep your password safe. Phishing, it's basically an attempt to, grab your sensitive data. The criminals, they basically try to present themselves as people who you know and trust, in order to get some kind of information from you. For instance, your credit card information, your coworker's password, your coworker's maybe work data or some projects that he's working on. Basically, they're pretending to be someone you trust in order to attain your information. So yeah, phishing before clicking. Yeah, don't click on links inside emails unless they were sent from a trusted source. I think you guys have already memorized this one. Do not open attachments if you're not sure about the sender. You know, you gotta ask your question. You know, you gotta ask the question to yourself: does it make sense to open an email or attachment from the sender? Is it really a requirement? No organization or proper institution will ask you to confirm your details via email. Do not visit websites you do not trust, and please don't reply to spam.
So
All right,
basically,
yeah.
that's it about the theory part. Sultanat, can we unmute the participants? So if they have any questions, they can ask. Maybe we could answer them.
Okay, this is Q&A session, right?
Q&A session, right?
Okay, so thank you. First of all, thank you for your presentation for theoretical part. Dear participants, I would like to encourage you to ask any kind of question, which for sure regarding to our theme topic about cyber awareness. It's a great chance for you from our specialists. Maybe I can start because I'm personally interested on that too. How do you think? Yeah, by the way, I'd like to mention that I think it's okay if our participants will ask in Russian too, right?
Yes, yes, fine. And we can answer them in Russian.
If you feel more comfortable, you can ask in Russian. То есть, если вам удобнее спрашивать на русском языке, вы можете спрашивать на русском, и ответ будет также на русском языке, либо на казахском, как вам удобнее. So, and I will continue, be the first one who will ask. Personally, me find hard to save all of the passwords from different kind of emails, or just when I try to log in somewhere. So how do you think, what is the most I don't know, secure way to save the passwords? Because we have there a lot nowadays, as you know, everywhere their own passwords, which need big letters and small letter numbers, symbols, and so on.
So yes, basically your password should have numbers and symbols and upper letters in itself. And it's very important to have to have different passwords for different websites and applications. So basically, there are some apps that do store your passwords inside of it. So if you forgot it, you can go inside, which is also, of course, secured with the double and triple authentications. So you can install one of these very secure tools, which will store all your passwords and the information inside, and secure the tool itself with the password, turn on the double authentication so no one will get access into it, and that will solve your problem. This I think that this is the most and only reason how to solve this problem.
I see. Thank you so much. But could you call it exactly the name of that program, apps?
I don't actually use them because I have a good memory.
Well, great. Thank you. It's just saying, like, work on your memory.
Yes, and it's very important to work on your memory. The first.
Okay.
It's very important to change your password regularly, like once 3 months or once a half a year. So I don't know. I can Google it for you and come up with an answer.
I guess while Dana's Googling that, I could share you just, be old fashioned, have a notebook.
No.
Amir,
no.
Why
Amir,
no?
No.
It works for my parents,
It's worked for your parents, but if somebody gets your notebook, it will be a disaster.
Okay, I guess you
should never do that. You should never do that.
Okay. Because I don't have a memory like you, Dana, either. So.
No, just install the tools. For example, the Apple itself, it has the how it calls key storage or something. which remembers your email or whatever and just pastes your password automatically. So the Apple itself has it. I'm not sure about the Android apps or Microsoft.
Okay, we'll try to find it after the meeting and maybe like make little stories in our social medias to remind the people like, hey, we find it. Thank
Yes,
you.
of course, no problem.
And yeah, dear participants, do you have a question? Because you can ask it by turning on your microphone and speak loudly or just writing in the chat box. I think we don't have a question. If they will appear, we'll know about that. Уважаемые участники, пожалуйста, не стесняйтесь задавать вопросы, так как это важная часть любой встречи, это обратная связь с вашей стороны. Вы можете поблагодарить в первую очередь за выступление и задать ваш вопрос на русском языке, если вам неудобно на английском, либо попрактиковать ваш английский язык. Отличная возможность, кстати говоря.
Да, у нас тут на самом деле интересный факт. Гражданин Америки, Амир.
Отлично. Oh, you find it, right, Amir? I see you.
So these are the 3 most popular ones. So I don't know if anybody wants to save that. So.
Could you say it like I will write in a chat box?
Yeah, if you just if you just Google password, saver app.
Password saver app.
Yeah, just put that in the Google search, and you'll get these top 3.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, most of them cost a little bit of money though.
It was reviews about it.
Yeah, thank you. Возможно, кто-то хочет поделиться своими историями о том, как они сталкивались с проблемами именно кибербезопасности. Возможно, вы получали какие-то звонки, либо сообщения, вы знаете какие-то истории, вы можете с этим также поделиться, и мы постараемся осведомить других участников о том, что такое может быть. И что кибербезопасность, она важна, так как в то время как кибератаки, скажем так, встречаются сплошь и рядом ежедневно. Я часто слышу на российских форумах о том, что звонят с Сбербанка, с каких-то покупок, например, в OLX, допустим, том же элементарном.
Да.
Такое тоже бывает. Пока у нас нет вопросов, Дина, вот скажите, мы переходим... Oh, I have a question, by the way.
Oh, good.
Ian Lick asking us, what can you say about storing some password in Notes app with a Face ID location? Thank you.
Where can I read the question? I didn't actually. Where is chat? Can you repeat the question though? You're muted, Sultanat. You're on mute.
Oh, I didn't know how. Okay, I will continue. What can you say about storing some password in Notes app with a Face ID location? Thank you.
It's very, very dangerous because someone can get access to that app and know all of your passwords. For example, now I found the iPhone app, which is in like inside of the iPhone, which is called passwords in the settings. You can see, and it asks you for your Face ID. So, for example, if someone if an attacker or hacker will get access to my phone and wants to know all of my passwords, he can just do it if I didn't have the Face ID authentication inside of it. So if you store your passwords inside of the app, be sure that it's secured. At least with one password, one big difficult password, because basically all of our lives are inside of the inside of this phone. Our credit cards, our money, our personal information, private photos, the music, the everything, the numbers, addresses, and someone can blackmail you using this information they got. Someone can steal your money. Someone can steal your identity. Even the physical harm can be done. So please be aware of these threats and always use at least the very strong and difficult passwords.
Okay, thank you for your answer. And Dina, maybe we could pass to the next stage of our meeting. I mean about Kahoot, right?
Yes, of course. You can. I will ask you guys to open the Kahoot.it in your apps.it in your browsers, phones, and I will share the screen with you.
Уважаемые участники, сейчас будет прекрасная возможность показать свои знания в игре Kahoot, то есть по сегодняшней встрече. Для этого вам нужно пройти, возможно, студенты уже привыкли к данному приложению, точнее сайту, для проверки ваших знаний. Я, наверное, сделаю демонстрацию экрана, чтобы напомнить. Вот Kahoot, сверху вы можете увидеть kahoot.it, и здесь вам нужно будет ввести ваш game-pin. Для этого мы попросим Дину нам подсказать. Я бы хотела еще добавить мотивацию для всех участников. Призер, то есть тот, кто выиграет данную игру, получит фирменную футболку от американского уголка. Я думаю, это отличная идея. Поэтому участвуйте и выигрывайте. Дина, передаю слово вам. Да, вы ненадолго пропали.
Алло, да.
Кажется, вы
Да, я поняла.
Угу. Мы тут объявили, что победитель Кахута выиграет фирменную футболку от американского уголка.
Отлично. Может быть, и от нас какой-нибудь будет подарок. Но не обещаю.
Уважаем, мы обещаем. У нас уже готов, можно сказать.
Хорошо.
Так, получается, смотрите, участники, сверху прописан GamePin, вам нужно будет его ввести. Вы можете зайти, допустим, если вы сидите с компьютера, с телефона, либо если вы сидите с компьютера, просто свернуть Zoom ненадолго и пройти непосредственно сам Kahoot.
Ну, тогда они не будут видеть вопросов, если я не ошибаюсь.
А если
Нужно
сделать
будет смотреть
маленьким экраном, просто
да, тогда
расплитать, допустим.
Да.
Waiting for players. Угу. Мы видим одного игрока.
Yinlik is the fastest.
Yinlik очень активный участник.
Угу. Спасибо, Yinlik. Дана. Нурлубек, отлично.
Мы проводили похожую встречу детям, школьникам 8 класса, и они после всей теоретические части к Кахуту подключались не под своими именами и говорили о том, что имя тоже очень приватная информация.
Получили полностью информацию теоретическую и сразу использовали в практике.
Да.
Отлично. Мы, наверное, еще немного подождем, да? И где-то с 5-го участника начнем. Я думаю, не все участники будут принимать. То есть не все, кто сейчас есть в Zoom.
Хорошо. А сколько у нас участников сейчас?
Сейчас 5.
Салтана?
Нет, в общем, на звонке.
То есть на звонке 19.
19, хорошо.
Да, Амир? У вас было какое-то предложение?
No, I had a question. Could you tell me a little bit more about this American Corners?
Sure. I'm always more than happy.
How did you guys get together, and who are all the people who are listening right now and trying to play Kahoot?
Yeah. First of all, what is American Corner? American Corner, it's a project of US Embassy and Kazakhstani's libraries. So totally in Kazakhstan, we have 10 American Corners. in each city, not all of them, but in most of the biggest cities in Kazakhstan, you can find your American corner, like we are in Nur-Sultan. Our idea is just share the American culture, American values, and develop the language, create some of the community. Actually, all of the corners have their own rules depending to the libraries or organization from the Kazakhstani's part. Or an example of our situation, we work with Eurasian National University Science Library. And by the rules of the science library, our participants are from 16 years old. So let's say our community built from these years, I mean from 16 years old and over. But we don't have these strict rules like until this age. So it means that our participants who participate, for example, today, they could be from everywhere, from any part of Kazakhstan, from any age. But usually we try to find our audience who are specified. For example, I try to encourage people from the universities who are studying a specialty about information security maybe, or economy faculty, which could be like similar to KPMG. Like I understand because it's from for big, as I know.
Big Four.
Big Four, sorry for that. Yeah, Big Four. So yeah, it was our idea for today. Do you have other questions?
Okay, I think
Where
we
are
can
all the
start.
players? There's only
Yeah,
like, what,
it's only
5
five.
players? Guys, come on, show
From
some
what
more.
we have, I don't want to call all of the participants.
No need. Okay, 5 people is okay. If they, no need to force them. So we can start.
Let's start.
Let's start. So cyber awareness is the main topic. I have a connection problems again. Okay. So the first question is, to prevent viruses from infecting your computer, what should you do? It's actually a very easy question to answer.
I like the
Should
first
be.
install PUBG.
And the sooner you click on the right answer, the higher your points will be.
Oh, good. Only 2 of 5 people answered the questions. It's okay. We can continue. So here we have Aslan and Arslan sharing.
Great job.
What should not be done when an unknown email is received?
I have a comment from Yunluk. I can't enter. There's problems with connections. Maybe you can join a little bit later. Not will be to have problem with internet. And as you see now, is 4 answers. So it means
Yes,
that
4
good.
people too. Okay, so
Sorry.
the right answer is you shouldn't follow the unknown links and open the attachments inside of that email. Call 112, it will not help you. Sorry to say. And move letters to archive. You can do that.
Why didn't anyone choose to forward it to their ex-boyfriend or girlfriend?
Arslan, good job. Next, it's the truth. Oh, social media is dangerous. Why social media is dangerous? Because it consumes much time, because of lack of live communication, because of personal information can be stolen or used, or because of the trolls. 5 answers. Good. Good. Someone answered that because of trolls. Trolls are very dangerous as well, but mostly social media is dangerous because of the personal information steals. Arslan is on fire. Okay,
Good job.
good
Good
job.
job.
The next question. Which of the following attacks requires a carrier file to self-replicate? You remember it's a bit hard questions for you, I guess.
Hurry up. 3 answers. Yeah, 5 answers.
Okay. Viruses. In the beginning, viruses I think was the first topic. In the beginning, we said that viruses can replicate itself and attack another computers and create a copies of itself. Oh my God, Anna.
It's been different, Anna. Congrats.
Is it possible to incur criminal liability for actions on the internet? It's an interesting question for me to ask.
There is 3 more questions. Have a chance to make a
No
different
one,
result.
no one knows you're a cat.
Good. Yes, actually, as in real life, you can be incurred for the actions you made in the internet. So the social engineering attacks, the crypto, the personality theft attacks, the money theft attacks can be actually be punished by the law. That's it. So Arslan and Anna is fighting for the first place. True or false question. Email authentication can help protect against phishing attacks. Is it true or false?
Don't forget that speed is important here too. You need to be faster in answering. I see that there is 7 answers. So is that means that somebody?
Yeah, people are joining. So
new users. I see.
Yes, as we talked before, the email authentication, the two-factor authentication, multiple authentication can help you protect not only against the phishing attacks, but all of the kind of the attacks. So it's very important to be sure that your the websites and applications and are secured by the double two-factor, multiple factor email authentications. So please be aware of it. Okay, Arslan's still in the top, which is prohibited by law on the internet. What exactly you cannot do and not be punished for by the law. Good job. Most of the people answered correctly. So post personal information about others, of others without their consent is not allowed by the law. Post information about yourself, you can do that. No one restricts that. Make purchases on foreign sites. Someone answered. It's also okay. Arslan, good job. I think we have a winner here. So which of these social engineering attacks is the most popular? We talked about it.
Last question, right?
It's the last question, yes.
Have a last chance, guys.
Good job. Phishing is one of the most popular attacks, social engineering attacks, and overall attacks to people. I think we're done here, and we have a winner.
Let's see, who is it?
Yen Luk.
Third
It's
place.
third place.
It's Yen Luk. Congrats.
Congrats.
And
I think something is wrong with my
let's see
network
this.
connection.
Wow,
Okay,
Arslan
Arslan and Anna.
Congratulations.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah, great job. You'll receive this our staff. Thank you for participating.
So yes, guys, if you have any questions about the cybersecurity that we talked about, or about the KPMG itself, about what do we do, which projects we have, you can feel free to ask. Just don't be shy. We're here
Maybe
to answer your questions.
we can
Right.
hear some words from the winner,
Arslan,
Arslan.
if you want to.
How does it feel to be victorious? To defeat everyone?
Arslan, Anna, Yanlik, please. We all of us see your names on the screen. You are the winners. Arslan says that the mic isn't working. Sorry, it's okay. Yeah, we can understand. While we're waiting for any comments or questions, I would like to share my screen again to show you our social media, to remind you about that. So I always get a question how to find our programs, how to understand what we are waiting for, how to join us. Every week, every Monday, we get a weekly schedule. It's from all of the Kazakhstan. You can see it over here. For example, let's say it was last, because today we'll make a new one. But anyway, you want to join a 3D photos making in Karaganda, just go to their over here in the bio top link and choose the programs that you would like to participate. Just clicking on it. For example, KPMG and Cyber Awareness today's meeting. You just click on it and Zooms will appear. Also, today's meeting was recorded, like I said in the beginning, and right on the chat box. So you can see today's meeting on YouTube. It's our page, American Corners Kazakhstan. There are a lot of interesting information that was recorded from our meetings, so you can see them lately. And also the winners of today's Kahoot, please let us know. Just write to our social media or our email. I will write it on the chat. It's Nur-Sultan and corners.kz.
I had a question to the audience. I'm guessing that most of the people, like you said, are age 14 and up.
16.
Oh, 16. Okay. 16. So I guess they are in school right now. They're thinking about, university. What subjects? I was just interested. What subjects do you guys want to study in university?
Нурбек спрашивает, какой был вопрос. Вопрос был в том, на какой специальности вы обучаетесь или хотите обучаться, если вы на данный момент являетесь школьником. Если вы студент, то на кого вы обучаетесь? Система информационной безопасности. Ага, вы
Отлично.
Амир, ваш вопрос был ответ?
Yes, I see it.
Dear Dina, Amir, thank you for joining us today and for such a great speech, for your presentation. We are more than happy to see you today and always happy in the future too. So thank you for our participants. And like I said before, this meeting will be on YouTube if you was late and you would like to see it one more time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for an opportunity.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. See you guys.